you're from Ireland, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're Irish, man, let me tell you something. My dad married an Irish woman. My dad married an Irish woman. I've got an Irish family, basically. My sister's half Irish, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
What I was going to say to you is that we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Because we both had to suffer the colonization of like the British Empire. Muslim people had to do so recently, and so did the Irish. What I'm saying is that in this country, Irish people in the 1900s... what's your name again, bro?
Right.
In the early 1900s in this country, Irish and black people were treated as a second tier.
Yeah. Well, I was brought up here. I'm 50.
Oh, really? I thought
Look how triggered you are, bro. Look how triggered you are, because I'm backing up.
I'm not being rude. I'm not being horrible. It's good to see you.
Me too.
How triggered you are.
I need to go to the toilet.
No problem. But let me summarize what I'm saying. My friend.
I didn't help you out of a bag.
Look, I don't know, I can't remember that. But what? It's all online. I don't see it. There was like 30 people around me. But what I was going to say to you, look, for me, it was a bit disappointing. Bro. It was disappointing, not for look, I consider you as my people, in a sense, yeah? We're all British. At the end of the day, we have different cultural dispositions. I understand. Get it. But I get it. But when you associate and align yourself with people like preachers, which I consider are an offense to my community, then what happens is I start thinking that you're part of that discourse. So I'm not saying that you are, but if you say that I'm Tommy Robinson's fan or whatever, for me that's just like, okay, so imagine if I say I'm Anjem Chowdhury's fan. What are you going to say about me? Do you get me? If I say I support Anjem Chowdhury.
Yeah, but has Tommy ever incited violence? Has he ever incited terrorism? He's not. He's Tommy.
Yeah, no, I get it, but he's offensive to us.
But he's offensive to you.
Yeah, he's offensive.
Because you don't like what he stands for, yeah?
No, exactly, but here's the thing.
Anjem Chowdhury's incited violence.
No problem.
He's incited terrorism.
No.
You've gone from one scale to another.
No, I'm not.
Tommy Robinson
let me explain.
in the same conversation or even the same sentence as Anjem Chowdhury.
Fine. Get someone else who's not Andrew. Get someone else.
No, but you just brought
that. Fine.
Mohammed, you just brought that.
Fine.
You
I'm with you.
Tommy Robinson and Anjem Chowdhury
in the same
into the same sentence.
Let's not.
No, Tommy's never incited violence. He's never incited racism. He's not even incited Islamophobic.
Yeah, come
see? I'll walk away in truth.
He's going to walk away in truth.
I've got to go to the toilet.
But listen, bro, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
What I'm coming to you.
But how can Anjem Chowdhury in the same sentence as...
Forget him. Forget Anjem Chowdhury.
But you did mention it, though.
Okay, I'm with you.
So
listen to me.
No, but for that to be in your mind,
fine.
that is your mindset.
Well, let me explain.
Tommy has ever incited violence? Has he ever incited violence?
Not in the direct ways that Anjem Chowdhury.
In what way, then?
In an indirect way, Mike.
Tell me...
Because look, let me explain something to you.
Tell me. No, I want enlighten me.
All right, fine. The language that Tommy Robinson uses, yeah? And not only just him...
Give me one sentence.
One sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Yeah, come on, please, hit me with it.
All right, so let me give you a racial sentence. Let me give you a racial sentence that I took offense to, yeah? He said one time in one of his interviews, Tommy Robinson, he said about Somalian people that they're like aliens. And he said about a British black person that he should go back to his country, even though he was black and British black.
And where was that said?
That was said on his social media, which I've got as proof. You can go to my Instagram.
Show me that.
All right, no problem.
I think you find it was a
Can you get it? Can you get it? Now, that kind of language for me, being an African myself, yeah, I'm an Arab African, but do you get me? Forget about Islam for now. There's a bigger cultural problem. For me, I think he's a racist. When he was in his car, he made a video talking about London has changed.
Yeah, it has changed.
But what he's talking about is that it's become non-white. That's what he's talking about. Do you get me?
That's not racial, really, is it?
No, it is. Of course it's racial. What I'm saying is that he sees that as a negative thing. What I'm saying to you is that, look, British is not equivalent to white.
Yeah.
It's not equivalent. Now you have black British people. Now you have Arab British people. Do you get me?
On that note, I'll stop you, right? I'll stop you. If you look around you today, what would you say the population in this park is right now, today?
This park?
No, forget colour.
What then? What are you talking about?
Forget colour.
Religion.
I
said there's a lot of Muslims here.
Right. In a percentage, what would you say?
The thing is, this area, I don't know,
I'm asking you
60%. 60.
No, I would say you're being modest there.
Maybe 70. I don't know.
I would say you're being even more modest.
What do you think, bro? You're here all the time.
I would say 95% is Islamic.
No, come on. There's a lot of Christians here, bro.
Yes. And the statistics are done.
The committee
every week.
No, I don't know about
90. Say 90.
I don't think 90. But bro, let me tell you something. London's a cosmopolitan area, man.
But no, I don't see.
So what? Who cares though?
Come on.
Since when is number of people in Speaker's Corner defining the population?
No, but let me, what it comes down to is ladies, right, would like to come to this corner every week and have their say.
And they've never been prevented,
But they feel
though.
intimidated, right? I'll
Why
tell you
though?
why. I'll tell you why. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people from Islamic cultures, oppress the women.
Oh, come on.
No, it's...
All right,
hang on,
fine.
look
A
in the
lot of
floor.
people from non-Islamic cultures.
I see it every week. Right, we've got one Jewish lady, the last lady standing in the park.
What's your name?
Red cup.
Red Cup, listen, do you know how many women get beaten up by their husbands? You know Stella, you know what Stella's known for?
Yes.
What's it known for? Wife beating drink. Why? Because when they're
That's
tasting
one person, Ali. One person.
the drink Stella is known for wife beaters. You know why? Because you know why? Because when their team loses in a football match, they go home and beat their wives.
They'll
Am I
say,
lying? Am I lying?
would
Stella,
they say
you
no?
know.
They would say, oh no,
No, we can talk about that.
Of course it does.
I've got Stella here. I haven't got no wife to beat.
Madam, can you stop touching?
That's exactly what we're
Stop touching me.
I wouldn't hit a woman if...
Okay, can I say something? Look, argument's sake. Let's say, can I say something? Argument's sake, in the Quran it tells us.
Ali, you're making a fool,
It
mate.
does not say in the Quran that men can beat the wife.
Madam, can I speak?
Let Ali finish his
I look around the park today.
Let's suppose, can
Go
I
on.
speak?
Look, let Ali finish his
Let's
sentence.
suppose, argument's sake,
Yeah.
Islam tells us to beat our wives. What's your excuse? No, let's suppose argument's sake. In the Quran it tells us, it doesn't, we can beat our wives. You don't believe in the Quran. No, I'm not saying you.
No,
but generally
I've read the Quran, I've smoked the Quran.
Okay, what I'm saying is the following. We have an excuse. Apparently we can beat our wives. Then why is the vast majority of a lot of women get beaten up by their husbands because their football team loses?
Well, I don't
What's
agree.
your
I've never been
excuse?
to a football match in my life,
And the
and
man
I've never raised
can
my
be
hand to a
taken
woman.
to court.
Simple.
Yeah, but
And fine.
he's got a point here.
You're
Look,
missing the
can
point.
I tell you what he's saying? He's making a point.
Sharia
But what's your name again?
It's allowed
What's the whatever?
for men to beat their
No.
Yes, it is.
Look.
Sharia law allows men to
But
beat
before
their
he's
wives.
making.
Of course it does.
Listen,
Come
I
on,
want to ask a question.
come on.
Can I ask a
If
question?
a man was to beat his
Hello.
wife,
Hello.
take him to court.
Hello. He's made a point. Yeah, he said that. He said, just deal with his point because you're conflating sociological and religious discourse. Let me tell you why. He's saying that. Let's go with the sake of argument that Quran says that. Yeah. He's saying, let's go with that. He's saying that. Look, first of all, what evidence do you have that Muslim men are more prone to doing that than non-Muslim men? Number two is, how can you explain the fact that you have a domestic violence issue in non-Muslim communities?
Every 90
So why?
seconds a woman gets beat.
Yeah, every night. So why is it specified to the Muslim community then? If it's an issue with human beings, right?
So I'm asking a question. Every 90 seconds,
It's got nothing to do with Sharia. If it's a non-Muslim, isn't it?
In this country, every 90 seconds a woman gets beat by her husband or a boyfriend. I'm saying, argument's sake, we Muslims, our book tells us to do it. What's your excuse? Why are you beating your wife?
I'm not. Listen, I've never been. Right.
He makes a good point there, doesn't
Ali,
he?
I've already said that, right?
Not you, I'm saying.
I've never been to a football match, right? I don't have a wife to beat you. I drink.
Oh, so if you did, you would?
No,
I'm joking.
I wouldn't raise a hand to a woman.
Okay.
But when
But Tommy Robinson did. He was caught by an undercover officer and
Oh,
he beat the
don't
officer in his
believe
throat.
it. Paul Gogan.
Where'd you read that? In the News of the
Whoa,
World?
whoa,
I've
no,
got
no,
Paul
no,
Gogan.
no. I've got a good one. 1 second.
Unbelievable.
One second. Can I have this statement? Just give me 30 seconds.
Why
Yeah,
did you bring
yeah.
Tommy into
I'm going to give you
Yeah,
3 instances.
yeah.
Avi Yemeni caught throwing a chopping board to his wife's head.
Chopping board?
Chopping board.
No way.
Number 2,
Oh, no.
Paul Golding was locking up Jada. You know Jada?
Oh,
Yeah,
look.
yeah,
What was Jada saying? Jada was saying.
Oh
listen,
my
listen.
God, look.
Jada was saying. Listen.
Independent. Say no more.
Hijab. Jada was telling me, shake my hand. I did not want to touch her.
Yeah.
Guess what? Paul Golding was touching her, beating her up in the wrong way, touching her in the wrong way,
I don't believe
locking her up. It was
He's
documentary.
an MMA fighter as well.
Yes. Imagine a woman. And
Oh my God.
Jada was telling us the wife beaters. And Tommy
No-
Robinson.
no way.
Tommy Robinson got caught assaulting his wife. And
No way.
undercover
Is this
officer-
true? It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
They all got convicted.
What?
Paul Golding got convicted.
Did Tommy get
Robinson-
convicted?
Yes,
No.
yes, it's in
What,
the record.
for what?
For assaulting his wife.
Show me.
Yes, no problem. Yes, we've got it. Okay,
Wait a minute, man. Come on, now you got to be fair, right?
I'm going to be fair.
Do you condemn that? Do you condemn Paul Golding, Tommy Robinson, and Avi Yemeni?
I like Evie.
You like someone that throws shopping board at his wife's head?
I don't believe that.
Okay, watch this.
I don't believe
Avi,
that. I like Evie. He stood
Yemeni.
up to you.
You're not going to like him now.
He stood up to you.
I don't think he stood that.
It's the top thing. Have a Yemeni wife. Have a Yemeni spokesman for Tony Robinson convicted for assaulting his
Show me,
ex-wife.
brighten it. I'm a bit blind in my twilight years.
Okay.
Bro, he wants to see all these things.
She
man.
described
No,
being.
it's not that. I'll look it up
This
later.
is Avi Yemeni's wife. She described being terrorized and feeling like. Sorry, it's that. She described being terrorized and feeling like just a vessel for his hatred.
None of the British papers.
A Jewish man.
You come round a little bit.
He's a giant. He's a giant. He's a giant.
Look.
I've been seeing it for a long time.
Look. Avi Yemeni, also known as social media as Trail Avi, was convicted and fined at Morabin Magistrates Court. He was also convicted on the charge of using carriage services, sending electronic
Do you know what I
communication
could put that down to?
harass his wife.
If it
Yeah,
is
let's
true,
say
which I
this.
And do you
did
know how
doubt
much
it.
Yeah,
money
it's
she
probably
got to say
Post-traumatic
that?
distress.
She got money for me.
What is it? Post-traumatic distress.
If I beat my wife and I said post-traumatic,
Hang on.
Come on, bro,
The man
man.
has been on the front line, Abby.
Come on.
He's a little warrior.
so that gives him a right to
So
beat his
it's
wife.
not
I'm
only
not
getting thrown in
saying that.
shopping thing.
People make mistakes.
I'm saying if it happened, and I doubt it happened, if, there must be a reason
He got
behind
done in
it.
Australia.
No, I don't believe
Can I
that.
ask you a question? Be honest. If you heard Ali Dawa punch
you
his
ever
wife
been
in the
of
face, would you say, "Come on, Ali, maybe it's
How many
He was
wives?
traumatized at the.
Hang on. Ali Dawa. Which wife are we talking about? You got 7.
Let's suppose I have 4.
No, it's 4 and 3 concubines,
How
no?
many wives you got now? No, while we're on this subject, how many wives have you got now? Come on, Ali. He's got eyeliner on, by the way.
It's irrelevant.
You don't wear eyeliner, do you? Do you wear eyeliner? Do you wear eyeliner?
Man said,
I wear eyeliner.
No, he's got eyeliner on.
No, it looks like that.
Now, come on, you
It's
said...
sunnah anyway, no problem. I do it before I come to the bar.
He's asking Ali how many
Do you look? Let's suppose if you heard that I hit my wife, would you give me good excuses or would you go for me?
No, I would ask if it's true or not true.
Okay, and if you find that it's true, would you say post-traumatic disorder?
No, I wouldn't. I
would you
don't
say?
believe what I read in the newspapers.
Okay, if you hear about Ali
You
Dawa-
believe what you see in the newspapers. You
Okay.
believe...
Well,
I
Paul
believe-
Golden,
I believe
though.
I see it with my
Paul
own eyes.
Golden, he got charged by looking up Jada in not allowed.
Why are you bringing Paul Golden into this?
Because they are the ones who are telling us we hit our wives and they're the ones that are beating their girlfriends up.
But I didn't bring up Paul Golden, you did.
No, but she said that we beat our wives up apparently. And I'm saying Paul Golden,
But what
Avi
I'm saying
Yemeni.
is,
No, what I'm
Sharia
saying
law
is-
allows you to do it.
What I'm saying is, right, can I ask you a question? A serious question.
Yeah, sure.
Right, you know in Saudi Arabia, yeah? Why do Islamic women walk around in a black attire as opposed to white? Being with the sun, yeah? If the sun draws to the black, yeah? And you remember when we was kids with the magnet? You know, the cloth and the magnet? It attracts the sun a lot quicker. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to put the women in the... is there a reason for that?
It's just what they wear, isn't it?
No, but do you not think
you
Saudi
got a
Arabia is
problem
very
with
hot? No, I thought of it.
No,
When
they
I
just do
see the
themselves.
ladies around the park today,
Yeah.
right? The husband in front, the 6 wives behind, you know?
It's only 4 allowed.
Well, no,
How do you know
over
it's
there.
not the
Go and have a
family?
look. Put your camera up now and focus over there. Right? There's a lot of
I'm
Islamic
gonna see
women.
the 6 wives. Where's the 6 wives, please?
We've seen it
Show
over
me.
there.
6 wives.
Right, all right, we've seen the number of ladies behind them. But they're all in black attire, yeah?
Okay.
And it's okay in this country, yeah? But in a hot country, do you not think it's...
Yeah, maybe they should wear something a little bit lighter, brother.
No, but have you ever seen one of your wives...
So what's the issue?
In England, we're holding nothing when it's freezing cold.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a good point. Thank you. Like, do you know, I'm not gonna lie, Ali. I want to tell him something. Sorry. I walk in the street.
That's it, because we
Yeah, you can. So they can as well.
Because we can wear what we want.
Show me, Ali.
They can wear it if they want to wear black.
He admitted himself.
Yeah, but he's not
We're
my
not
cup of tea, you
oppressed.
know?
It's not your cup of tea. You don't like it. Why
They're
not?
wearing black, they're proud.
Come on, he's supporting in Britain. Come on.
I support Tommy because he's a truth teller.
But he's not Irish. Pro-Irish. He's not pro-Irish.
Tommy's from Irish descent.
Who said that?
Tommy's Irish. How about if I connect him to the IRA?
He's not connected to the IRA.
No, but he's not pro-Ireland,
Why
is
am I
he?
connected to the
No,
tax that happened?
hang on. Jeremy Corbyn's connected to the IRA. Come on. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. No.
He's a
Tommy's
scumbag.
Irish.
He's
from
Irish
Ireland.
descendant, yes.
If I was to come and say these attacks that happened in the IRA, recently they were sending some parcels to certain places. What if I connected that to Tommy Robinson? Would it be fair? Would it be fair for me to connect that to Tommy
I'm
Robinson?
not connecting you to anything, am I?
No, he is.
Have
He
I
knows every
connected you?
Muslim
But
enemy
you
combatants.
did Doxy's address,
Enemy
though.
combatants behind me.
But you do set out people's address.
And
You'll
also,
probably dox me
he'll
tonight.
say-
I'm scared of you two.
We were
No, I
being up
come
in
in
the famous
peace.
speech of it. He was running for our life. Martin Selner, who the attacking Christchurch attacker, he donated $500 to Martin Selner's organisation, which Tommy Robinson came here to read his letter. You condemn that?
I was there that day.
You
Yes.
condemn it? He was connected to Martin Selner. Martin Selner read, Tommy Robinson read his speech. Imagine me reading a speech from ISIS, Abu Bakr Baghdadi, and he comes here and I say, guys, this is the speech. What would I be told? Be
Hey,
honest.
but Ali, a lot of people would say there that the same way as some people were inspired by that speech, a lot of people are inspired by the Quran to do things like that.
No,
as
no,
well,
but this is what I'm
which you
trying to say.
condemn.
You can't. That's the issue. We're saying that for you to come and say you're inspired by this verse, you need to bring
I don't-
evidence.
I feel rude.
When I challenged Tommy Robinson, he was on the morning show.
But I think there's a more fundamental
Look,
problem.
I'm dying for a wee, yeah?
All right, cool.
And I've been dying for a long time.
Do your thing.
I don't want to say piss, but God bless Tommy, yeah? Yeah? And
Bro, come on, man. Let me tell you something, man.
You're a liar.
I think that you're a better guy than Tommy Robinson, man.
no, I support Tommy.
Look,
'cause
look,
he's
look,
a
look.
truth teller.
Look.
You tell
look.
me otherwise, right?
I don't
and I'll
care.
walk away. Right? He's not alone.
Come on, bro, man.
Right?
Don't be.
Don't believe his father.
Look, who cares about him? What's he doing for
if
you,
it's
bro?
my world,
What's
they
he
put
doing
him
for
in a
you, bro?
castle, right, surrounded by his angels.
All right, cool.
Simple.
Anyways,
Take
go
care.
to the toilet, my
Take
friend.
care.
See you later, man.